Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back with a new video, obviously, but more of a different type of video. This is my first time doing this, just more of a talky video, and this is going towards my Sanity in the City series that I'm doing for the month of October. And what that is, I'm just giving you a glimpse of basically how I stay sane while living in New York City. I've been in New York City for almost 2.5 years and it's been great. But as we all know, New York City is all about the grind, the hustle and bustle. Like, you really have to be on it. But the downfall on that is that it can be an easily lonely place. You can get lonely very fast. You can easily slip into depression or have depression-like symptoms. And sometimes you can easily lose yourself. So in order to stay above that, for me, I found that it's really important for me to maintain my wellness, and that being my holistic wellness, being physically, mentally, and spiritually well and healthy. So a lot of people my age are kind of unaware of how to maintain a balance across all of those three areas, and it can be hard. But I vowed to myself that because I'm living on a holistic journey for myself, that I need to do that, and no one has the power over me. I control when I control when I can feel a imbalance in one of those three aspects of my life, and I have the power to change that and the power to fix that. So again, I'm just sharing Sanity in the City. It's just me sharing how I maintain my wellness and my sanity in a city where it can easily be lost and I can easily go insane, because we all know that as a young adult, we have to maintain those things. So this video is going to be entitled Relationship Status Michael B. Jordan. And I love Michael B. Jordan. He's actually aka Michael Bay Jordan. That man is really, yeah, who doesn't like him? So if you didn't know, and I'm kind of late with this, but I really felt like I still needed to do it for my sake, but I thought it was really relevant in what he said, relevant for my situation and just how I'm going about my life at this present moment. So what he said in a recent interview, I think it was for the October magazine of GQ, where he was on the cover, and he said, "I understand what women want and need, I'm good at that. I don't know if I'm the guy to give it to them right now. I'm emotionally unavailable until I find something that's so undeniable that I can't help myself." He, of course, is very young. He's 28, and he was asked about his relationship status and how he goes about maintaining that in his career. And he basically shut that question down by saying that he's focused on his career. He does not have time for a relationship. He does not want a relationship. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. This daggone soda is getting all types of everything surprises. Excuse me. So he said that he basically is not looking for a relationship. He does not want one. He's not interested in one. And although he, as a celebrity, has girls flocking to him, he's not interested, and it is because he wants to solely focus on his career until he's 30. So he's given himself 2 more years, willingly 2 more years, to grind, make sure his family's good, make sure that he's good, his siblings, everyone is good, before he can give himself to someone else, because right now he's putting himself first. If y'all did not know, Twitter was off the hook that day. Twitter, especially females, colored females, were like, well, why? How can he say that? Like, how can you not want to be in a relationship? Like, that's not fair. Da 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 da. I just was sitting back looking at these tweets, because The man clearly said that he's not interested in a relationship, but people still were persistent on, well, you know, some cocky females were like, well, I bet if he's, you know, meet me, he'll fall in love with me, or I can make him fall in love, I can make him change his mind. Why do you feel like you need to do that? And this is not just for Michael B. Jordan as a celebrity, but that really made me think about, there are people, not just men, there are many people out here that make their relationship status very clear that they are just unavailable. They are unemotional. They are emotionally unavailable because they don't want to give themselves to somebody, because they just want to be selfish with themselves. Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem? That was my problem. Why is that a problem? Why do we always need to be up under somebody? Why does someone always have to be up under us? Why can't we put ourselves first? Why are people always trying to convince, whether it's a male or female, that they need to be with them, or that person needs to be with, you know, the other person? Why can't we be by ourselves? There are people that I know personally, and people that I know in passing, that just are genuinely scared to sit with themselves and to be with themselves on an intimate level. Like, why do you always have to be up under somebody? And it's because that person always, there's like a need, I guess, on the receiving end, that person always needs something from that other person. But how do you know that that person's going to be able to give it to you? You just want that person there for the image of that person being there. Not for the social media image, but just that image of a pillow. It's a comfort. It's a comfort. And I think that some people are really truly scared of themselves, in the way that they are scared to get to know themselves, or they're just scared to be themselves. So they always have to be up under someone because it just feels right to them, and they don't know how to break away from that. I have a problem with that. Not me saying that that's my problem, but I personally think that's crazy. I have always been that type of person where I'm okay with being by myself. Like, I'm okay with being a homebody. I'm okay with not going out. I don't always need to be around people, although I like being very social. I like meeting people. I like talking to people. But there are times where I just don't want to be around people. I just want to be by myself. I want to be with me. And so people's comments were really like striking me, because again, my big question was, why is that a problem? And for someone to state what their relationship status as emotionally unavailable is, who are you to try to fix that? Who are you to try to come along and try to fix that and try to convince that person that, no, you need to be with somebody? No, I don't. I'm okay. I'm okay. So when I say that my relationship status currently is Michael B. Jordan, that means that my relationship status is emotionally unavailable right now. And people that know me know that I just recently came out of a relationship that was very deceiving, and I'll probably share that story in due time. But for right now, and here's another thing. I don't want people to, for those who are always like, oh, there's memes that are like out there too. I wish I like probably saved one, but there's memes and just, you know, general opinions of people like, oh yeah, when females get out of a relationship, you know that they're single because, or do you know that they just got out of a relationship because the next thing that they're saying is single and living life. No, that's not it. The thing with me was the relationship that I just got out of, it was prior to the situation that happened, that the big eruption that basically had made, like, just came crashing down on the relationship. Had no choice but to walk away from it. Prior to that, I was already in that swing, that mood of, yeah, I don't see this happening long. Yeah, how can I break it to this person that it's not, I don't see this going farther than this. And the vision that I had for myself, which was basically building my brand, continuing to build my brand, yay or nay, and other endeavors that I have and dreams for myself, I really did not see that person going to that next level with me. Therefore, you gotta go. Like, for real, you gotta go. So prior to the situation that happened, I already knew, like, I already was becoming detached. So when the situation happened, like, I really had no choice but to evacuate. And so yeah, so I think I had already mentally prepared myself for it. And this is actually what happened in my last relationship, where my previous relationship before my most recent relationship, where I was already mentally detaching myself emotionally and mentally from the relationship and that person, where I just was like, yeah, I think I'm just ready to focus on me. Yeah, this is getting old. It was just more so I'm ready to be selfish again. And it's not like, oh, I'm ready to go out and start dating other people, because again, I never was that person. People that know me very close know that Janae was never the type to go out to mingle, to like search for somebody, or just, you know, put myself on the map. I don't care. I do not care about dating people. I really don't. And that shocks a lot of people, because I really just be concerned about me. So when I say my relationship status is emotionally unavailable, I 100% agree with Michael, like, for real, because hey, I got shit that I need to do. I got shit I got to worry about, and that's me. And that nobody is going to get me there but me. And I can no longer give myself to somebody when I need to put myself first, just on a emotional level, but just where I want to be in general. Like, I'm 24 and my goal is to be a millionaire. I'm going to put that out in the atmosphere that I want to be a millionaire by 30. And I just really want to work for myself. I don't want to work for anybody else. No one's going to tell me what to do. I'm going to make my own rules, and I'm going to live by that. I want to live my life. I want to travel. I want to explore. I want to learn. I want to educate myself. I want to educate others. And I don't feel that right now being with somebody, or me catering to someone's emotional needs and having to help rebuild them, or having to help them find themselves is my job. That takes a lot out of you, and that's something that I learned in my past relationship, that sucks the life out of you. It's not a good feeling to have to help somebody who may be struggling with demons or just insecurities about themselves. Not saying that, you know, that's a bad thing in a relationship, but if I feel like you have more for yourself and you're really goal driven, and that person isn't helping you, and you just genuinely just doesn't, you don't, it's sucking the life out of you, and it doesn't work. It's not working. It's not cohesive. You need to throw it away. You just need to focus on yourself. And for me, it's that time. And I think honestly that my past relationship was a true distraction. 100% thinking, like, looking back at it, it was a distraction for a whole year. I was distracted for a whole year, and I allowed myself to be distracted. I take accountability. I don't want to play the victim. I allowed myself to be distracted, and I let it go on for way longer than what it needed to go on for. And so now, I don't say that I'm reaping the consequences, because there aren't many consequences, but I'm glad that I'm able to walk away strong and be able to pick up a camera or pick up the phone and talk to my friend or whatever about how can I rebrand myself, or how can I pick up where I left off, how can I move forward, how can I progress in putting Janae, aka Yay or Nay, on the map, and continue to network and continue to speak to people, because that's what I want to do. I have a story to tell, and I appreciate my experiences, because again, I'm young and I'm living on my own in New York or whatever, and you have to go through things, because what's life without a story? What's life without hardships? How are you supposed to learn? Like, you can't just read a book and, oh yeah, I read that, at this age that maybe I'll learn this, or I'm supposed to learn this, and da 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 da, or just go off of other people's experiences. You have to experience things for yourself. So I'm looking down because I have notes in my journal, and I would write as I would go to sleep on this topic, and I have like a full page of thoughts that I had on this Michael B. Jordan thing. And like I said, I feel like this video is a little bit overdue, but I still wanted to come and speak on it. So right now, I just want to be selfish with myself, because I deserve that. I deserve me. I don't want to give myself to anyone else. And at the end of the day, it's not about anyone else. It's about me and me setting up my future. And I agree with Michael on that. Like, you have to set up your future, especially if at the end of the day at 30 you want to just kick back and be like, oh, I made it. Like, I'm sure that's a really good feeling to have. Or maybe even before 30, maybe 26, 28, to just sit back and be like, wow, like, I really come a long way, and I worked my butt off, and I built this for myself. Like, I built this empire for myself. What it means to me to be emotionally unavailable, for those who ask, this is my definition. So just having a grip on my emotions when it comes to others that might be very close to me, that might be, intimate with me on a different type of level, not necessarily a relationship, but just that intimate, really close relationship. Just having a grip on that, and not going over on the deep end, because once that happens, your emotions just go into a whirlwind. Their problems become your problems. Not saying that you're not supposed to care, but you still have to be mindful of how much you're giving out, because you don't want that person to suck you dry, or you don't want to dry yourself out either. You want to always have something left for yourself. That's very important. That's so important, because if you don't have anything left for yourself, who's going to help you out? Like, we all know that when we need something from someone that we're always helping, they're nowhere to be found. So who's going to be that person, or who's going to be there for you at your darkest hour, when you've poured out so much into someone else's problems by helping them, that you don't have enough for yourself? That's crazy. It's not a good feeling. It really just feels like you've been sucked dry. It's so not a good feeling. So 2, if it doesn't concern me, it's not for me. So I'm not gonna make myself available. I'm staying in my lane, basically. I'm staying in my lane. If it doesn't concern me, it's not for me. So don't come over in my lane talking about, oh, da 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 da. Sorry, this is my best advice I can give to you, but I'm just gonna keep on whipping, because I got somewhere to be right now, and I don't want your problems again to become my problems. Stay in your lane. I'm staying in mine. Also, emotions often can get in the way, and people that know me very well, or I've grown up around, I've always been that detached person. I don't know if it's the Aquarius in me. I'm an Aquarius, but sometimes I just really just be so detached emotionally on a lot of things, and I don't know, it's an aloofness sometimes, where I just really just be in my own world sometimes. And if someone comes to me with like a problem, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be a great friend. But sometimes really deep down, they can kind of sense that I kind of don't really care, or I have no emotions to offer, and that makes them a little concerned. So emotions often get in the way. But recently, as I've been growing and learning more about myself, and just kind of letting life just take its course, and my emotions have become more vulnerable and more existent and more pronounced, where now I've learned the extent of my emotions. And this kind of goes back to one where I just kind of need to get a grip on that, because sometimes my emotions, I'm aware now, I've learned that my emotions can sometimes go inside of a whirlwind, and I can really lose myself in that, because it's so hard to explain. Do you understand what I'm saying? That sometimes you just really don't have a grip on your emotions. You really don't have a grip on your emotions. Like, that's crazy. That's so crazy. I don't want to not have a grip on my emotions, where I'll just lose myself and I won't be able to bring myself back, that I'll make myself sick. Have you all ever made yourself sick off of your emotions? Whether it's, oh, my camera's about to die, loving, or whatever the case. It's not cool. 3. All right. In the end, Michael B. Jordan said that he ultimately does want to be in a relationship, but if he before 30, it'll have to be one of those relationships that are undeniable. I love that, because sometimes life happens where you just fall in love. Like, those are the times where you really can't get a grip on your emotion and you just dive for it, and it just feels right. Like, we all kind of see it, we all kind of want to emulate that, but we don't know how. But when it happens, you kind of know that it's real. So I thought that was really good. But emotions have the power to be undeniable. So just being mindful and being able to recognize that, so that you are able to either take a step back or move forward as you please. So that's all I have for this video. I just kind of had to hurry up and wrap up because my battery light is blinking. So again, Sanity in the City, stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be a vlog on my wellness day. I'm going to see if I can quickly tell you all about that, where I basically treat myself. It's like a me day, but I call it wellness day, Nay's wellness day, where I just take myself out. I kind of make my own little agenda for the day, and depending on what I want to do for that day, I will do that, because I know that it fulfills my mental, my emotion, and my spiritual being, and just regains that balance for me, because I deserve it. So I'm going to take you on a vlogging journey of my next wellness day, which will be posted next week. I'm going on it this Saturday, so you just kind of seeing, you can do it for yourself. I encourage you to. So this video is just a relational video of Sanity in the City, because I feel like wellness is also a part of relationships. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Please invite your friends to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. I love y'all so much. Have a good one. Bye.